The 1021 AD Enigma. Why the Vikings walked away from America. Forget 1492. Exactly 471 years before Columbus claimed to discover a continent that was already fully inhabited, a group of Norse explorers were smelting iron and raising families on the coast of North America. Thanks to a cosmic solar storm, we know the exact year a Viking axe struck a tree in Newfoundland, Canada, 1021 AD. But the most fascinating part of the Viking settlement at Meadows isn't that they arrived, it's how deliberately they left. These weren't the horned helmet raiders of pop culture. They were master navigators and exiles from a harsh Greenland colony. Led by figures like Leif Erikson and his fiercely controversial sister Freydis, they crossed the brutal North Atlantic without compasses. Upon landing, they didn't just build temporary camps, they built a functioning forge, ship repair stations, and massive longhouses. They birthed the first European child on American soil. They were fully committed. However, they quickly learned they were not alone. The land had belonged to indigenous peoples, whom the Norse called Skraelings, for thousands of years. Initial cautious trading soon devolved into bloody conflict. The Vikings had iron armor, but the indigenous warriors had overwhelming numbers, tactical superiority, and a profound knowledge of their homeland. Faced with constant warfare, the Vikings did the math. Their retreat was not a frantic escape, but a cold, calculated business decision, driven by 5 fatal realities. A numbers game. A maximum of 160 Norse settlers stood no chance against thousands of indigenous locals. Broken supply lines. Greenland was 2,500 kilometers away and struggling to survive itself. Poor return on investment. The truly valuable resources like hardwood and grapes were too far south. A freezing climate. The dawn of the Little Ice Age made ocean travel increasingly lethal. A dying home base. The Greenland colony was already collapsing. One day, they methodically packed their ships, pulled the iron nails from the walls, and sailed east, leaving behind only a stone door hinge and centuries of silence. They didn't discover America. They briefly collided with an ancient, populated world before vanishing completely.